Hey y'all, it's your girl Derry Michelle, your host of the Hoe-Busters podcast, and I'm coming to you with another Hoe-Busting Confession for this week, all right, y'all? So this one here, we are going to call High-Speed Chase to Escape His Crazy Ex, all right? And this is kind of a long one, so y'all just bear with me. She says, sis, I have a story for you, but not sure if it's Hoe-Busters good or not. I think they're all good, so we're just going to go ahead and get started. So I met this guy at a bar or club. Our introduction started in the parking lot because him and his friend parked next to me and mine. So as soon as I got out the car, he's like, hey, girl, you're so beautiful. You know how they all do, right? I can tell he had been drinking, but I told him thank you, and we all walked in together to go inside. After me and my friend got inside the bar, the guy and his friend went their separate ways, or at least I thought they did. Throughout the night, he kept finding his way back to me and was buying me and my friend drinks all night. So when the night was over, me and my friend ended up going back to their house to hang out with them for a little while longer. And no, she says, I did not have sex with him that night. Okay. After that night, we started hanging out every day and became girlfriends and boyfriends within just a few weeks. Now, mind you, we had to talk about past exes, and he didn't mention that he had a girlfriend or that he was even talking to anyone. Oh, but I found out the hard way. We were coming back from watching fireworks because it was 4th of July weekend, and as soon as I parked outside his friend's house where he was staying at the time, this car pulls up behind me fast as hell, and all I hear is yelling and screaming, you're a fucking liar. You told me you weren't talking to anybody else, and oh, is this your new girlfriend? Does she know about me? I'm assuming that's this ex-girlfriend popping off. So she was going off. He told me to hurry up and pull off. And when I did, she hopped in her car and started chasing me down the street. Man, hell no. We literally went on a high-speed chase trying to get away from this girl. He was telling me, hey, make a left here, make a right here, turn down this next street. He had to guide me because I didn't know the neighborhood like that, and it was dark. We ended up coming to a stop, and before I could finagle my way by another car to get away from her, she got out of her car and threw a big bottle of alcohol in my back window and cracked it. Man, hell no, okay? You talking about someone being scared but also pissed off. I've never been in a situation like this. So I continued to drive around for another 10 to 15 minutes, making sure that she wasn't following me anymore. Eventually, I went back to his friend's house and told him to get out of my car. Of course, he started apologizing about him still dealing with his ex and begged me not to break up with him. I told him that I was humiliated and really angry, and now I gotta fix this window since I knew his broke wasn't going to. Now that's wild. So I told him I don't know if I could be with him if he's going to be lying and having somebody else chasing me around town because he has a crazy ex that apparently still wants him. So I left his friend's house and went home. The next morning when I woke up, why did I have Facebook messages and pictures from this girl saying, look who showed up at my house last night? I'll be if it wasn't a picture of my boyfriend at her house wearing the same clothes that I left him in that night. And after everything I just went through with him, he goes running straight to her. I went back to his friend's house later that evening to confront him about this. And again, he kept apologizing and saying he's sorry and that he was drunk. And he only went to her house to confront her, shaking my head. After a day or so, I eventually forgave him, but I was paranoid from there on out that he was still talking to her and cheating on me with her. I was so hurt and wanted to know just how serious things were between them, so I would try to hack his Facebook account and see if I could read their messages, because at the time, this nigga did not have a phone. It's just way too many red flags all throughout this entire story. Facebook back then had it where it would send a picture of a map with the person's location to the email on the account, alerting them that someone was trying to get in their account. So I got caught. I never could get into the account and find out anymore. Some months later, we broke up because he actually ended up putting his hands on me, and from that day, I haven't spoken to him since. Why did this fool just hit me up on Valentine's Day talking about, baby, I miss you and you were the best thing that could have happened to me? He says he hasn't been able to find anyone like me and is hoping that I'll give him another chance and that he's a changed man. I haven't been dating for a while and admit that it's been kind of lonely. I feel crazy asking this, but should I give him another try? Y'all, ain't no way. First of all, starting off with him having to stay with his friend, not having no phone, you got the ex-girlfriends popping off, got me on high-speed chase, risking my life. It's just too many things going on in this story. Busting the back windshield, and then I gotta pay for my windshield because of your crazy ex-girlfriend. And even ended it off with putting his hands on her. For me, that's immediate no, like for life. You will never have another chance with me if you ever try to put your hands on me. And we need to make sure we set those kind of boundaries up front. You will not touch me, you will not put your hands on me, because it will be a problem. I don't think there's really much to discuss here. Hell to the no. Block that fool. I I hate he was able to even find you. He probably still don't have a phone number. Go ahead and keep it moving, okay? Who knows what kind of shit he's been into in all this time that you haven't been dealing with him, what other crazies he's dealing with. Save yourself the headache, honey. I don't care how lonely you might feel. Loneliness and peace are some of the best things you can probably experience, okay? I don't think you need to let somebody who you've already had these experiences with come back and affect that in any way. All right. So to all you out there listening to this story, let me know what you think. Let's give this girl a bit of advice and some encouragement that, you know, I don't care how desperate we are. We don't want to go throwing ourselves back into situations that we know are not for us. Okay. Leave us some comments. Let us know what you think.